All right, this is the 5th video of the 5-part series of how to optimize your health. I have saved this last foundation for last for a reason, because it is the most important, and without this whole stool is going to fall over, okay? So we are talking about mindset. There is a famous quote that states, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. Basically, what this means is if you are approaching something from an incorrect mindset, you're already setting yourself up for failure. Well, the great news is the opposite is true. If you come into this with the right mindset, then you're going to succeed. It's already written. So how do we really determine this? Well, the very first thing is we have to understand why. Why are we doing this? Why is this so important? Most people fail is not because they don't have the information. In fact, it's usually because they have too much information. We're in a state of information overload. And so what happens is they're finding reasons either not to take action, or they're taking too many different actions and they're not really putting it together. You know, you could be trying to make a recipe. You could have all the ingredients, but if you put too many ingredients in, or you put it in the wrong order, you're not going to get the outcome. So we want to make sure that we have a very detailed plan, but we want to make sure that we have the mindset to be able to carry out that plan. So how do we approach our mindset to make sure that we have the optimal mindset so that we know that we're going to be successful? Well, the very first thing that we have to focus, all right? And there's 5 components of being able to focus. Because if you think about anything that you've accomplished in life, it doesn't matter how challenging it was. It didn't matter if you knew how to do it or whatever. Think about your greatest accomplishment in life. Did you focus on it? What level of focus did it require? My guess is that it took a very high level of focus. And so what I see happening is people have the desire to get healthy. They have the desire to get out of pain. They have the desire to lose weight. But it's more on a level of, oh, well, it would be nice. It does not supersede everything else. And so it allows them to get distracted and other things become a priority. So the very first thing with the focus method is you have to find your why. What is it that you want to accomplish, and why do you want to accomplish it? Because I can promise you, if your why is not big enough, then that chocolate cake will always win. If your why is not big enough, then you're never going to invest into your health. If your why is not big enough, you're not going to go the steps that is needed to develop the self-discipline that you may be lacking. So that is the first thing. Build that why where there is no other option. You have to accomplish this, all right? And this is how you know if your why is big enough. Ask yourself the question, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this to me, okay? If you are an 8, 9, or 10, then that means that you're willing to put your health as top priority before everything else, because you recognize that everything that you love, everything that you care about is going to suffer if your health suffers. Now, if you're a 7, that is the worst place to be, because you're in pain, right? Your life may even be miserable, but is not enough pain to actually take action. So now you're just living in this state of purgatory where you're just dealing with it. And this is where people get stuck for years. So you want to make sure that that priority level gets above an 8. Then we want to focus on the O in focus, and that is organizing yourself. There's nothing worse than having a cluttered life, a cluttered desk, a cluttered office, a cluttered home. Well, when you have a cluttered mind and you have all of this information floating through and you're distracted and you can't really focus on anything, that is something that will sabotage you over and over again. So we want to make sure that we get organized. Who is helping you through this? Get a mentor. Make sure that you have a guide to help you organize your life and organize all of these foundations that you need to implement. The next thing is cutting away all distractions. You are equivalent of the 5 people that you hang around most, right? Financially, health-wise, you name it. So you want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with like-minded people. That's why we have communities with Naples Vitality, because we recognize that when people really associate themselves or get around people that are trying to accomplish some of the same things, it makes it a lot easier because you're all going in the right direction. The next thing is the you in focus. You want to utilize your resources. I am serving as a resource to you right now. Utilize these videos. Get someone that can walk you through this. Everything that we do, we coach people through the action steps because we recognize that having the information alone is not enough. You need someone to guide you. Me personally, I've been working out since I was 16 years old. I know how to work out. I know how to get to the gym. I know what type of, how many reps to do and everything like that. However, I personally still have a personal trainer. Why? Because it's the accountability. If I have to show up for someone else, I'll do more than I'll do for myself. I know this about me. I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time doing something that's comfortable for me. I need someone to push me to do something that may be uncomfortable. These are things that I know, so I make sure that no matter what I'm doing in life, I have a mentor that's guiding me through these things because I value my time. If you value your time, you don't want to waste it. And the last part of focus is the S, staying positive. I cannot stress this enough because we get what we focus on. And if we're focused on negativity, then we're going to get negativity. If you're focused on your disease, you're going to get more of that disease. If you have pain and you're focused on the pain, right? Well, now you may be saying, well, doc, I have pain. So what else am I going to focus on? Well, what I want you to focus on is I want you to focus on your vision of that positive outcome that you expect, right? If you have knee pain, I don't want you to develop a mantra of, oh, I now am free of knee pain. So I believe in developing a mantra that you're saying over to yourself of what your vision is and what you want. So for instance, if you have knee pain, I want you to envision you being able to walk with no pain, being able to run, jump, do everything that you want to do. Now, when you say this mantra, we don't want to focus on any negative anchor words such as pain, right? I am now free of knee pain. Because what happens is that negative anchor word draws our attention and we get what we focus on. And so we don't want to focus on the pain. So a better statement is, I can now walk freely. I can do the things that I love to do. I can get out in my garden and kneel without any trouble. So these are the things that I want you to focus your vision on and staying positive in the process. It will make life so much easier and it will allow you to incorporate all of these foundations and amplify it to make sure that you are accomplishing your goal of optimizing your health and becoming the best version of you.